What is up, y'all? What is up? And welcome to my new segment called Sis Let's Talk. And on today's episode, y'all, we're going to be talking about divorced sisters because we need to know, is this Javon's baby, y'all? I feel like it's time to have this conversation because we know that Geneva been moving a little bit shaky, y'all. 5 years and 11 months ago, she had this, what seems to be torrid affair with Javon. And Javon is back and he wants to know, is this my baby? He wants to know, can I get you back? To be honest, y'all, Javon is giving kind of obsessed. Javon is giving kind of, I will break down your whole entire house, or I will tear down your whole entire house. I don't care. I'm not married no more. I want you and I want you bad. But at the end of the day, it feels like all that's going to do is really push her away. But I think the more important question is this really Javon's baby? When episode 2 inside of the ladies' room situation, when her and Rashida are talking, when Geneva is having a full-blown panic attack, it feels like she doesn't really know at this point. It feels like she's now asking herself the question, is this Javon's baby? Is there a possibility? It feels like she didn't really think so before. But why, sis, why did you have the audacity to name this baby Anika? Why would you do that? It feels like not only did they have an affair, but they were really, really emotionally tied to the point where they were talking about leaving their spouses for each other. They were talking about having children together in the midst of her trying to have a child with her husband already. So I just felt like, dang, Geneva, what in the world? What is going on? Now, we all know that there's never a reason for anyone to cheat. There's never a reason for you to step outside of your marriage. You should just leave it, let it go, and move on. However, I am a big believer that something else must have been going on between William and Geneva. I feel like there's this big piece of a story that we're missing. I feel like there's this big chunk that we're missing. It's no secret that sometimes people fall out of love and sometimes people stop, caring for each other or whatever the case is. And sometimes people stay in a marriage even though they don't necessarily want to be a part of that marriage anymore. And then sometimes people come to the realization that they want to fight for it and try it, even after they didn't think they wanted to be a part of it anymore. I feel like that's kind of where Geneva is, maybe having the baby or maybe getting pregnant after this situation ended, after she came to terms with the fact that she didn't want to do this to William anymore. Maybe this baby was like this thing that kind of helped save their marriage and their relationship, even though their marriage seems to still be rocky. I mean, we know that they're going to Italy trying to reconnect. It seems like they have been at a disconnect, but the way that Javon speaks, he makes it seem like Geneva was almost bored in her marriage. Like, William isn't exciting. Like, William is not doing it for her. And I really hope that is not the case. I know, y'all. I know I'm sitting up here low-key saying that I want William to be this bad person because I don't want Geneva to just be this, I don't want her to be this person that just got bored and decided to do something else. I know, that's horrible. But at the same time, I just don't want it to be. But if it is, it is. If it is, then that just makes Geneva trash. I mean, it is what it is. It makes her a person that kind of deserves the karma that she's getting. Now, at the end of the day, Javon is not going to let this go. Javon is going to want to know, is this his baby? And Geneva is going to have to eventually do what she needs to do. I personally think that Geneva needs to sit William down and tell him the truth. Like, look, when back 5 years and 11 months ago, when we were going through our situation, whatever it was that they were going through, I found comfort in him, and this is what happened. I feel like she has to tell the truth, and I think she needs to tell William the truth first, and then she can double back and talk to Tiffany about Javon before Tiffany gets involved with Javon in any way, form, or fashion. But I think the first conversation needs to happen with her husband first, because we know that if too many people start talking about it, then the story will get out and he'll find out before she can tell him. She needs to be the one to have this conversation with him before anyone else can have this conversation. And whatever comes from that, it comes from that. I mean, you already look like you halfway not happy anyway, sis. sis, so why not just go ahead and do what you gotta do? Because there's no need. This is not gonna end well. Let's just say it like that. We need to go ahead and nip this in the bud now. Sit that man down and just face the harsh reality of what it is. And if you gotta go have the DNA test, I guess you just gotta go have the DNA test. Or maybe he don't want to have a DNA test. This is already his daughter that he has bonded with, and she's already bonded with him. I'm definitely not here about breaking up no families and all that kind of stuff. I just think that they're gonna have to have this conversation. Otherwise, it's gonna get real messy real quick. And who wants to be having some man popping up all the time? Because William seemed real invested in trying to, fix Javon up with somebody. He seemed real invested in this friendship, in this relationship. So no, you need to go ahead and tell your husband what it is, put your big girl drawers on, and do what you gotta do. Cause listen, it ain't gonna get no better than that. So at the end of the day, y'all, Geneva has a decision to make, and she has to make it really, really quickly. And, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Will William accept it as it is? Like, will he still want to continue to be in the marriage? Will he still want to move forward? Or will this be the end of it? Will we have another divorced sister on our hand? I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, go ahead and drop down in the comments and tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that Geneva should go ahead and put on her big girl panties and tell her husband what's happening so that she can go ahead and get this out in the opening? Because again, this is going to eventually come out no matter what. Should she be the one that's telling him before somebody else tells him? Or do y'all think that she should take this secret to her grave and hope that it doesn't come out? Anyway, y'all, let me know down below. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications so that you do not miss out on any of my future Sis Let's Talk conversations. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.
We crossed the line we couldn't erase. Two hearts in the dark, caught in the wrong place. 5 years, 11 months, it still haunts my soul. Javon, I loved you, but I had to let you go. We dreamed of a life, we planned to break free. But when it came down, I just couldn't leave. Didn't wanna break William's heart in two, so I stayed and built this life without you. But now you're back, and you're asking me a question I thought I'd never have to see. Is she mine? You said it, and now I can't sleep. I see her face and doubt cuts deep. Is she Is she yours? God forgive me, I'm not sure anymore. Is she yours? The secret is breaking me to the core. I thought I buried us, thought I'd sealed that door, but now the ghost of us haunts me more. Anika's eyes will smile her name, all reminders of a hidden flame. I swore I'd protect her, I tried to be true, but I see pieces of you shining through. Is she yours? God forgive me, I'm not sure anymore. Is she yours? This secret is breaking me to the core. Every choice I made, every lie I told, built this house, but it feels so cold. What's done is done, but this I know, I'm scared of the truth. I'm I'm scared to let it show. Is she his? Is she yours? God forgive me, I'm not sure